I just woke up. This is my second idea for second, I guess, in a series of ideas for enabling a new way of the postal service. Uh, the I came up with an idea. It was kind of like Uber. This was 5 or 6 years ago. I didn't know of Uber at that time. I don't know if it existed. I actually pitched it to somebody. It was rejected at that time, but it was interesting. I was thinking Uber before Uber, um, but I was thinking it specifically for deliveries and postal service. Um, I gotta keep my voice down because I'm at an Airbnb. And I don't want to wake the person sleeping. Um, so what I was thinking is, and I sent some postcards yesterday. So I was kind of thinking about uh, the reason why I started thinking about the postal service was because uh, the system is inefficient. It's in a deficit. A lot of money uh, in North America, yes, particularly in the United States. But what I was thinking was, you have these post box all over the city, and then you have postal locations, as in the post office. And I would assume that other than the fixed cost, which is the one-time cost, other than maintenance, uh, 90% or 95% of the cost would be tied in with salaries and fuel. So here's the idea. Uh, what if the PO, like the postal boxes all over the city, instead of them being these standalone dumb boxes, what if these post boxes were connected to an underground tunnel system? And it would be kind of like a vacuum chamber, and you'd put a letter or a parcel, uh, some kind of contraption. It would need to be devised for fragile items, but you basically put the package in the box, and it would just suck it in. It would take it to a holding chamber underground, and then it would route it through the tunnel system to a location away from the city. This is very interesting. This is a very simple idea. We could right away fix this postal problem. Now the package has been shipped away from the city. At this location, the new location, this would be an FAA controlled region where no flights would go over this uh, area to a certain altitude. With me so far? At this location, a John Hunter space gun would be constructed. And this John Hunter space gun will be daisy chained, so it's kind of like a chamber. It's weird when I say this, but it's like a chamber. It revolves. It's like a circular chamber, and these all these projectiles in these chambers, and within those projectiles are individual packages, letters, whatnot. You kind of compartmentalize it, and you put the capsule in the chamber, and then you shoot it up, and there is a continuously flying drone overhead, And the FAA regulations do not apply to this drone because it's owned by this company. Could be any company, private or public-private partnership. And machine learning algorithms will be tweaked so that when the projectile is sent up, this drone takes the delivery. Now, when the destination is near, because these capsules would be destination based, so then these projectiles will again be delivered to a location outside of the city or town, and they will be shot back at this location. So it could be a net, could be any device, could be water, I don't care. There's a whole bunch of ways to make it. And then these capsules will be, again, would be taken to this underground tunnels. These tunnels are not big. These are tunnels for packages. So this group of tunnels would be maybe uh, maybe a foot and a half to a foot and a half, foot and a half in diameter. Let's put it that way. Maybe 2 feet maximum. So this is not for delivering anything bigger than the size of a soccer ball. Okay, so then the package would go back in the parcel in the tubes, and then these packages will be sent to a holding facility, and then at a holding facility, the capsules will be opened up, and because the capsules are marked by postal code, which already is system is devised, and then these packages will open up at the holding facility. At the holding facility, there would be a small conveyor belt with machine vision, and it will be sorted based on the person's address or last name, however is a feasible system. Uh, the recipient would come to this holding facility. They would show an ID. The interaction would be tracked, updated on the blockchain. Um, and I have a series of ideas how to avoid theft and fraud, theft in particular. Very simple idea, again. And the recipient can then take the package, and that's it. Delivery is done. Now, if the recipient wants the package to be delivered to their doorstep, I have another series of ideas about that. But basically, there would be an additional fees for that. Maybe double the fees, because you're paying for convenience now. So there is a one-time cost for the system, but the marginal cost is almost zero. So I bought a stamp here, and I'm in upstate New York right now. So each stamp was 49 cents. After implementing the system that I've shared, because the fixed cost, after the fixed cost, the only cost is to put the package to the tunnel and send it to the off facility and shoot it up, and then shoot it down. Shooting it down is gravity. Keeping the drones up in the air is solar, which is free. Shooting it up would require solar, which again is free. Enabling the vacuum services may take a little bit of energy. So you're really paying for the administration and maintenance and energy. And the fixed cost again are marginal. So Yeah, it should slash the prices by some significant percentage, and this will reduce the waste, bring efficiency in the system. Question is, what do you do with all the postal workers? That's another question about jobs and automation. Uh, and you do basic income intelligently. It's inevitable that basic income is going to be done. I am very sure that basic, but that's not a conversation about basic income. Although the displacement should be factored in, basic income should be implemented, will be implemented. There's a very simple idea: postal services for the earthly masses. Right now, the system is very inefficient, and using my system in combination with potentially other ideas, many efficiencies can be found. Thank you and have a nice day.